broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
For there's a spirit in man, and the breath of the Almighty, it gives it understanding. Come on, say it. Your name, what is your name? Let's do it one more time. Just breathe, just breathe. Breathe the name upon me, breathe. For there's a spirit in man.
and said that they came from every nation, every tribe, and every tongue. We call it ethnodoxology. Let's do this. Do you want to wave your hand in the air? From side to side, everybody.
Welcome.
This is Star Radio UK.
Okay there, very good afternoon to you, and thank you for joining us once again on Faith Talk. You know what, Faith Talk is a real deal, and this afternoon I'm super excited. It's morning in the States, and some part of the state, and also all the way in Australia, our fans there, and then we see an entire crew, the family. We salute you and thank you so much for joining us. Is a real privilege, and I want you to know that today we are diving into a very important topic that we're going to discuss. And you don't have to touch that down, but do us the biggest favor this afternoon in the city of London. Winter time is a bit horrible, and the skies is being foggy. It's been all that milky, but hey, we're still here. My guests are all set and ready for us to dive into a very important topic that is destroying our nation, Ghana, that needs to be addressed. And so we're going to be sharing and asking the experts and also people that have the heart and have that burden on them to make sure that our country is rescued from all these kind of environmental hazards and things that are destroying. And so we are live on Facebook. On Facebook is Achiamon or Star Radio UK fan page, KB Bossman Facebook page. We are live on also YouTube, our YouTube page. We're live. That's Star Radio UK YouTube, and on Twitter it's a Star Radio UK, live on Periscope and TuneIn Radio, and also you can also listen to us on our amazing app. And you can also listen on the go. Download the app, is Star Radio UK, or www.starradiouk.com. Our sponsors are CIG Properties. Also, we're sponsored by Me Associate based in Ghana. We'll talk about them a bit later on. We're also being sponsored by M&M Concept, amazing graphic design company. All our flyers are designed by them. And also we are sponsored by the amazing company Caris Furniture. A new branch is opening in Community 25. If you're in Ghana, look no further and get there for your furniture and home decor. It's Caris Furniture, and you will not get it wrong. And a discount awaits you. We have 10% discount going, and the Christmas sale as well. And let us dive into the topic of the day. Our guests, I believe, are all set and ready for me, and we are going to get into business. But before I start off, please bear with me 30 seconds. Let me say a big happy blessed birthday to the one and only Mrs. Mimi Asante Yeboah. Oh wow, what a day to be born and given to this earth. We celebrate you, we love and appreciate you, Mimi. I want to say that on behalf of my brother Kwejo, we say Uchinkwa, and may God continue to bless and honor you and grant you strength, wisdom and blessings with great health, and we thank God for your life. We celebrate you. In the background is Minister Jojo Emmanuel Lawson, the Ghana version of a medley, Amanina Bebodin. And so we all set and ready to roll. What are we talking about? The horrible effect of Galamsey. In other words, Illegal mining in Ghana, the effect of it. Are we looking? Are we just being onlookers, watching and folding our arms and just talking about it? What can we do practically? And also, there's a demonstration that is happening in London. Diasporans against Galamsey. Galamsey in English is illegal mining. The effect of it. What has it done to our country, our lands, our environment? We're discussing that. And my guest this afternoon is Marie Amoakwa-Boadu. She is an activist, women, political, and also environmental, and everything that helps community and building our country, especially Ghana. This woman is a champion of that. I love her for that. She's objective, she's straight to the point. You can't mess with her. And so for me to have her on the show, I am privileged to have her. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome her. And also Professor one and only. I'll talk about him later on. He's a super duper and a straight talker as well. I love him to bits. Professor Antwi, and he is also on. He is an associate professor and lecturer at Vegetable University in Wisconsin in the United States of America, and also a very committed Ghanaian lover, a lover of Ghana, a true lover of Ghana. You hear that later on and you get to know. And also Dr. A.K. Mensah, Albert Kwabena Mensah, is also he has studied mining and all the environment stuff, and so he's going to join us, and he's part of the panel, and we are going to hear from them what their take is and how we can get our environment to be working the way we have to get it to do. And so let's kickstart the interview. Mimi, happy birthday once again. And let me go to my panelists. Ladies first, and I'll say welcome, Marie. Good afternoon to you. Okay, so Marie, can you? Oh, sorry, it's my fault. Sorry, I had not pressed the button. Sorry, Marie. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful. Good afternoon to you.
Oh wow, you're looking. I mean, as beautiful as ever, and I'm super excited that you've joined us once again. I know it's going to. It's going. I know. The men. I mean, they will understand. I know with you on, it's going to be a blast. And so I'm excited about that. And let me also say, Prof, good morning or good afternoon.
Good morning to you, KB. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm excited. What a team. And I believe Dr. Mensah is going to join us. He was on earlier on, but the technical team is working on getting him back on. But then we'll kickstart because Marie has got other engagements as well. So I'm going to start with Marie because she's been an addict campaigner concerning the environment and what is happening in Ghana when it comes to illegal mining, in other words, Galamsey. And so I'll go straight to Marie to have her tell us about her concerns about illegal mining. Marie?
Right. First of all, I hope you're doing great, and greetings to the other two panelists. I see Professor Antwi is here.
Yeah.
First time meeting him ever.
Wonderful.
So hello to you, Professor Antwi. Right. Hi. What are my concerns with regards to illegal gold mining, or Galamsey as we tend to call it as Ghanaians?
Yes.
Everything about it is a concern for me.
Okay.
In the sense that, first of all, we're destroying our lands.
Right.
And this is an endowment, a gift that God gave us, blessed us with. So the land degradation is a key aspect of one of the reasons why I am not particularly pleased with the whole situation. Deforestation as well. is not good for us. As they say, once the last tree goes, that will be the extinction of mankind. So we've got to protect our forests.
Yes.
And then also the river bodies or our water bodies, which are being polluted, is also a major concern, because water predominantly is the source of life. I mean, I'm sure I'm sure the panelists can bear with me that even our bodies are made up of about 70% of water. So that's the essence of what water means to us, and why it is absolutely essential that we protect our water bodies, not just for us as humans, but as well for even wildlife. It is absolutely necessary. So in terms of my concerns, it's just how we're treating the environment.
Right.
We are not taking care of the environment. We're not taking care of the ecosystem, which forms a part of our existence here on Earth. And as Ghanaians, we ought to be very mindful of that. So this is why some of us over here in London are planning to demonstrate at the end of this new coming week. But I'm sure we're going to get into the details of that pretty soon.
We'll definitely get into that. Very vital. Thank you for that opening statement and submission. But let me go straight to Prof. Prof, I know anything that concerns Ghana, just like Marie, you are so passionate about it. What's your take on the state of affairs when it comes to illegal mining?
Thank you, KB, and greetings to all your listeners. Marie, also, this is the first time that I'm meeting you. I'm pleased to meet you. And Mensah, Dr. Mensah is really my buddy.
Yeah.
I went to his wedding in Accra.
Oh, wow.
When I was in Ghana. So, yes, I'm passionate about Ghana. And the Greek word for passion is suffering. So anything that you are passionate for, you suffer for it.
That's right.
And KB,
yes, sir.
From 1471, that the first Europeans entered in our land, they looked for gold. They saw that we have gold.
Yes.
And the word Galamsey is a phrase that means gather them and sell. Gather them and sell.
Yes.
So, we have key words that are mixed with English. So exhaust pipe is a just pipe. We use many things that we don't have because our language is not developed. We look at the English word and we get a coin word for it. So Galamsey means gather them and sell. Now, if you're talking about Galamsey in Ghana, we have agents, we have concessionists, we have owners, we have landowners, we have kings, we have politicians, and we have campaigns who are involved into this. So the bottom line is, do we know them? Yes, we know them. And we'll get there.
Okay.
My sister has talked about the health hazards, the pits, the uncontrolled mining sites, the products used in mining are dangerous for our health. It's flooding now. So all these poisonous substances are coming to the other areas, and food is going to be affected. So toxin, mercury toxic things are what we are going to eat into our body and all die eventually. Sad to say that when you visit any Galamsey site, you will see that Ghanaian youth are the highest population there. And that really bothers my mind. Some of them have finished universities 7 years, 6 years, they've not got jobs. I went to some of these Galamsey places and you see the pit that people fall in. Recently, a headmaster has been killed going to his concession site. Just yesterday, we saw that Takwan Soyem, the MP's bodyguard, has been killed by 3 Chinese for this at the Galamsey site. A lot of things are going on. And Anas was going to show the Galamsey economy this week. Do you know what the Accra International Center, center that is supposed to host this event, have told him that they cannot host it anymore because of the powers behind it. So I am switching to what is most important. Nanado, the current president of our country. Look, he went to Parliament and declared a war that he's putting his presidency on the line for the fight against Galamsey. But KB, you are from Tafu. You know what is happening at Chebi and other places. Galamsey is going there at the very front steps of Ochihime. And yet we throw our hands in the air as if nothing can be done. The president went and saw Asantehene and met some of the chiefs as if that the chiefs should solve the problem, not the president. Now, let's go back to our constitution. Article 16, chapter 16 talks about our traditional leaders being duly recognized by our constitution. So we have National House of Chiefs, we have Regional House of Chiefs. Now, the chiefs traditionally owns the land.
Yeah.
But politicians somehow also have power over these chiefs, and that they send their own people to go and do the Galamsey. So Nana went to Parliament and put his own job on the line, that he is ready to put his job on the line if Galamsey is not stopped. But let's see, his intentions were clear, but let's see what happened. And I will tell you the loopholes in it because of the way we peeled the onion.
Yeah.
One, Operation Vanguard was a joint military and police surveillance team that was formed by the president. Then he formed the interministerial team or committee on illegal mining, what he called the IMCIM. And that was formed to coordinate.
Okay, I think we've lost Prof, but we'll work behind the scenes and get him. But Marie, let me come to you. You know, like I know you don't want to get to the political side of things because of how things have been. Marie, can you hear me? Okay, if you've just joined us, you're live on Star Radio UK and Fake Talk is the program. We discussing Galamsey, gather them and sell, and that's the local name for illegal mining in Ghana. But the horrible effects of it on the environment is what we're discussing. How can we, as a nation, get this out of our system and make sure that we leave, because it will definitely affect us because of the chemicals, and just like what Professor Antwi was discussing, or he was elaborating on that, and also Marie chipped in as well as to the effect. And so we're going to dive into it. The technical team is working to get them back on, but whilst we wait on getting them back, let me say that, hey, if you're looking for a graphic design company or print works, look no further. It's M&M Concept. They are one of our major sponsors for this program. And also, if you're looking for a property to buy, whether in Africa or in the UK, look no further. It is CIG Properties. That's www.cigpropertyuk.com. And I believe that they'll be able to help you get the best deal. And also, let me say that if you have not visited the Ghana Expo and Ghana Expo Property and Lifestyle show this particular year 2022, the 6th edition is still happening in the Pasterna Chelsea Hotel, all the way in Chelsea, and you can't afford to miss it. There's still time, possibly I think it's on till about 7-8 p.m. You can go grab yourself some fantastic deals that are happening. About 20 exhibitors, developers, and also legal brains and mortgage brokers, and all under one roof, organized by On Point Property Services. And you know what? It's going to be an amazing time. If you can get there, you can get there via Queens Road. I think it's a Queens Road. No, I think Queens Road. Just head towards Pasterna Chelsea Hotel. Google it; you'll be able to take you there, and you will not miss it for anything. So let me say that as we work behind the scenes to get our guest back on, we are discussing the horrible effect of Galamsey, illegal mining. Galamsey, that's illegal mining. Galamsey, that's gather them and sell. And so I am waiting as we do that. But before we also do that, join us this and every Thursday on the Property Hour Show, 7 to 8 p.m., where we talk about everything property. But also, let me take this opportunity to once again wish the one and only Mimi Asante Yeboah. Today is your birthday, and we're celebrating a unique woman that God has blessed, my brother and friend, the one and only Senator, Governor, the one and only. And I believe that we'll celebrate God's goodness upon your life and what God is doing in your life. Mimi, we bless God for your life, and I believe that we've been able to make contact. But whilst we wait, please keep sharing, and this is very important as a subject and also as a topic for us to deal with the illegal mining, the effect on our beautiful country. And if it affects the environment, it will affect you, it will affect me, it will affect every single person. It gets into the soil and also destroys the soil, the environment, the crops on the soil, everything on the land. And it's affecting our cocoa now. It's affecting other crops that are being cultivated as well. So how can we get out of this mess? Where do we start from to deal with this particular should I call it pandemic? It is a serious headache that is happening in Ghana. And you know, the kingpins, as Professor Pukochi was talking about, the people behind it, you know, you might want to know, and you'll be amazed as to the kingpins and the people that are powering and also making sure that the illegal mining is still taking place. But let me say that with or without them, they are not God. They did not create the country or the earth. And so as long as we come together as a people, as a community, as a nation, and if we can say no to it, we will be able to. And that's why this I believe on Friday, the 18th of November, all road leads to the Ghana High Commission, where there's a demonstration that is taking place by the diasporans against Galamsey, and this is happening on the 18th of November. That's coming Friday. If you're in the UK, hey, and you love your nation Ghana, and you want to see Ghana succeed and become a better place for all of us, you've got to join this demonstration. It's a non-political thing. We're not going to do politics there. It's something that you have to think through, that how is this going to affect me? If not me, my children. And so we are going to make that make it happen, the demonstration. And okay, so thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Albert Kwabena Mensah. Thank you. We were missing you earlier on, and I've heard from Marie and also Professor Oboku as well, Antwi as well. What's your take on illegal mining in Ghana, Galamsey? You being in that field as a scientist and also somebody that has done so much research and written journals and also books about it, what is your take on this?
Thank you so much, KB. In the first place, greetings to all your listeners, and it's a pleasure joining you. I think this is my third or fourth time on your show.
Yes, sir.
And those times when the previous ones I joined, I was in Germany.
Yes.
And now I'm back to Ghana, and I'm working in Ghana as a scientist with the CSIR.
Powerful.
Permit me to do a small preamble about artisanal mining. I think part of it had already been said.
Okay.
Artisanal mining. I don't know, but I'm extremely uncomfortable describing it as illegal mining.
Okay.
That is not to sort of stamp the illegality of the activities or the irresponsible ways in which they mine, but I feel very uncomfortable calling it illegal. Why do I say that?
I was going to ask that.
People actually stay on their land, okay, and they have the mandate to sell the land when they want to farm.
Right.
But when they want to see the land for extraction of mineral resources, they say it is illegal. But it is illegal in the sense of the nation because mineral resources, any resources that are found in the land, either on the land or on the surface, or also either underground, is vested in the government.
Right.
And so it is vested in the president. That means that people will have to go through the licensing regime in order to be granted the license to mine sustainably.
Yeah.
So people who tend to take the law into their hands and not to sort of seek licensure before they mine, they say they are mining illegally. So that is the difference between illegal mining and legal artisanal mining. Now, so when it's illegal mining, it is called Galamsey, which is literally to mean that you gather and sell. Then when they seek licensure to mine responsibly, they become small-scale mining.
Right.
So small-scale mining and Galamsey, the difference is in terms of license. One possesses license, the other one does not possess license.
Okay.
But then about 80% or 85% of their activities, whether it is legal or illegal, are sort of operating irresponsible mining because they cause a scar to the environment. They finish mining without reclaiming, and they sort of practice unsustainable mining practices. That is what they do. But then, for you to be able to obtain license to mine, it's stated in the Mineral Mining Law Act 703.
Okay.
Act 703 that any Ghanaian that want to mine, if you are 18 years and above, you can apply for license to mine, either alone, individually, or in group.
Right.
So, and that law also, that act also stipulates that sector is solely meant for the people of Ghana.
Okay.
That means that if you see a foreigner in the sector, it is a perpetuation of illegality. Because that particular sector is solely meant for the people of Ghana. And it's stated in the Act 703, the Mineral Mining Law of Act 703.
Okay.
It is stated. Now it is because of how unsustainably they mine. That is why the government had come up with various strategies to sort of stop their activity and to sanitize their operation. Permit me to summarize here.
Yeah.
6 main reforms have been taken over the years to formalize their activity or sort of sanitize their activities. 6 main reforms. Now, what are these reforms? One of the reforms is enactment, using regulations. The other reform is also the use so using regulations where we have the law, the policies, and the enactment and the various regulatory instruments. Then the second reform that has been taken for the sector is the national dialogue that was held in 2018 or so. The national dialogue.
Okay.
2021 or 2018. The national dialogue. Then the other reform that has been taken is the institution of interministerial committee. Institution of interministerial committee that was formed in 2017.
Right.
It was called the IMCIM. Then another reform that has been taken to form the sector is the ban. The ban was instituted in 2017, and it was supposed to last for 6 months, but later it was extended for 2 years. Another reform that has been taken from the sector is the use of the military intervention, where soldiers have been sent to mining sites to sort of stop them from mining.
Right.
Then another reform that has been taken is alternative livelihood programs. So in all, we have 6 reforms that have been taken over the years to reform the sector.
Doc, six reforms, and I don't think anything meaningful is coming out of all this this reforms and whatever the government going to parliament doing that and all the stuff. And I think Prof was talking about it just before you join in. But then let me. I don't know if Marie, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Maybe I can complete the list. I forgot one.
You forgot. Okay. I'll come back to you, Doc, because Marie will be leaving us possibly halfway through because of some technical issues that we face. But I want to go back to Marie, and then I'll go back to Professor and come back to you. Just add that particular one, and let me go to Marie, and we'll talk about what is happening.
The last one is the community mining.
The community mining. Okay. Thank you for that, Doc. And let me come to Marie. Marie, you've just had a list of about 7 reforms that Dr. Mensah has given us as a country. We've gone through all this, and it looks like on paper we are active, but physically or in reality, are we serious as a country? And is there anything you think can be done?
Interesting question. Well, for me, my response will be blunt. No, we are not serious as a country.
Right.
I think, obviously, there are serious people in the country.
Yes.
Like Dr. Mensah, who are working very hard to ensure that procedures are followed.
Yeah.
However, I believe the reason why we haven't been able to get to the bottom of this is because of the high-profile people involved. The very people, as Professor Antwi also listed earlier on, who are supposed to be the general overseers, who are supposed to be the people helping us to resolve this, are the very people involved themselves
in the illegal mining.
Exactly. So it's a catch-22 situation,
right? Whereby
we feel like we're chasing our tails because imagine you going to the president to go and report something, and he your people have even shown him video evidence of some of his own appointees involved, and he turns around and tells you it's hearsay. So for us, I think we're fighting. Sometimes you're almost tempted to say we're fighting a losing battle. However, what I think can be done is what we're doing, sustaining the conversation, not giving up, and going as far as organizing demonstrations and so on, protests and so on.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether you've seen the video of one of our brothers, a very young gentleman in Sharm el-Sheikh during the COP27, doing a one-man protest where he tried to grab the attention of the Greek minister and speak to him and show him some of the photographs, and the Greek minister just wasn't having it. Have you seen that video?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so I'll send it to you via WhatsApp, and you can forward it to Dr. Mensah and Professor Antwi.
Right.
But these are the sort of resistances that we're facing. So for me, I think it's about time.
Sorry to interrupt. Is it you're talking about the minister that wants to bring back a Kalabuli style of thing? The Kalabuli getting farm produce into a kiosk and selling it.
Yeah. Selling it at on the grounds of the ministry. Exactly. Somebody who wants to be president.
He wants to be, okay. Yeah. I just wanted to be sure.
The very same person who says he wants to be president.
Right.
Just totally disregarding this young gentleman when the guy tried to grab his attention to show him the photographs and have a conversation with him about this. So for me, I think some of the solutions, perhaps, if we can call them solutions, from our perspective, is exactly what we're doing, sustaining the conversation from the diaspora.
Yeah.
And for us in the UK, we are meeting with the High Commissioner after the demonstration on Friday to submit our petition, perhaps have a conversation with him if he himself is going to come out, because from our experience from the Fix the Country, he didn't even bother to come out himself to meet with us. He sent some of his staff to come out. So I'm hoping that His Excellency Papa Owusu Ankoma will take our concerns very seriously and at least give us that respect and come out himself on Friday to meet with us. Apart from that, I think the next major thing we can do as a people is to change government, regardless of what the circumstances are. We need to get rid of these people, change government, so we can have a fresh, that sort of fresh start. Now, not to sound too political, I'm sure, I don't know whether Professor Antwi and Dr. Mensah would agree with me, but from where I sit, I think we just need to change government. It's as simple as that. One might argue and say, okay, but then we've had these other governments previously who have come, and what did they also do?
Yeah.
To be honest, if we're to put it on a scale, I think where we are now with this current administration, enough is simply enough. So remember the Professor Frimpong Boating's party Hiasika video.
Yeah.
The Kowisi expose.
Yeah.
We've seen the Charles Bisu videos by, I believe it was Anas Aremeyao Anas, the very same person whose principles President Akufo-Addo vowed during a presidential debate to use to try and get to the bottom of Galamsey. Today, the very same person is trying to show a documentary or something that he's gathered, some information that he's gathered on this Galamsey, and he's been prevented from showing it at the Accra Conference Center.
Marie, so, just bear with me 30 seconds. My technical team has just given me a sign. We'll take a quick break, 30 seconds break, and we'll bounce back in a 30 seconds, please.
Hi guys, This is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
You're looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Okay then, so welcome back to the Fate Talk Show, and this afternoon, this evening, this morning, depending on where you are, we're discussing the illegal mining, the horrible effects of it on the environment in Ghana. to be precise, it's getting out of hand. It's gotten out of hand. It's getting worse. And what can we do as a nation? And I had to step in just to get some few bits done. Let me conclude with Marie, because she has to go. Forgive me, guys, and we'll come back and conclude on a high. Let me ask Marie.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, Marie, you know, you're talking about the demonstration, and you're talking about presenting the petition to the High Commissioner, His Excellency Papo Swankuma. And do you in the end, what are you looking to achieve? Is it just to let people know that we're out there demonstrating and we stand against it?
No, there's more to it than that.
Okay.
What we are looking to achieve is, the ultimate outcome is for us to see that things are being structured the proper way. And I particularly like the fact that Dr. Mensah has broken things down.
Yeah.
I was actually nodding all the way through when he was giving us the distinction between illegal mining, what we term as Galamsey, and the difference between them, as in those who have the licenses and those who don't have the licenses.
Mm-hmm.
And that with him, he wouldn't even want to call it illegal mining.
Exactly.
So what we are seeking to achieve is for things to be done the proper way.
Okay.
For us to be able to begin to reclaim our lands back, begin that restorative process whereby the lands are being restored, the water bodies are being restored, the forests are being well taken care of, etc., etc. And also to create the awareness. So the demonstration is not just for us to go and scream and shout at anybody.
Yeah.
We're going to go and give the petition, create the awareness, have a discussion amongst ourselves as Ghanaians and perhaps other environmental agencies whom I've heard are going to come and lend their support.
Okay.
How we can continue to sustain the conversation is a very key aspect of whether we're going to succeed with this or not. We're not here to point fingers at anybody. We're not here to accuse anybody. The problem has already been created. The most important thing is, how do we begin the restorative process? And once we begin that process, how do we sustain it to a point where we are all satisfied that this thing has been curbed and that people continue to do their work, but do it in a more sustainable, in a manner where we are not destroying ourselves, we're not destroying each other, we're not destroying what God has given us.
Okay.
So this is what we're looking to achieve with this demonstration.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Finally, and where, if somebody wants to join the demonstration, where is it happening, and where are you gathering to start off? What's it like? This whole setup itinerary. Right.
Obviously, as you know, we are in the UK, we are not in Ghana, so we are not going to gather at Obra Spot. No. Hop on a train. Yeah, hop on a train, get on a bus. If you're driving to the city, remember to pay your congestion charge, etc., etc.
And you as well.
All heading,
and you
yes, we're all heading straight to our High Commission in central London, i.e. Belgravia Square.
Okay.
So we're not going to Highgate in North London where the visas are issued. No.
Yes.
We're going to Belgravia Square, central London, not far off from Victoria and Sloane Square. Somewhere in between Victoria, Sloane Square and Knightsbridge. The High Commission, that's where we're going. We're all going to meet in front of the High Commission at 10 a.m. But please come early, because remember, if you come on time, you are late. You have to be there early, at least 10-15 minutes early, so that we can all converge, have a conversation, discuss exactly what we're going to say, who's going to say what, etc., etc. The police as well will be there. So let's try and comport ourselves. Remember, we are ambassadors of Ghana, so we need to show that side of us as well.
Yeah.
Let's be mindful of the environment, because that's the diplomatic enclave. So there are other high commissions and embassies around us. And as I said, we are all ambassadors of our country. So let's be mindful of our behavior, our attitude, the songs we're singing, whatever it is. At the end of the day, we're not here to fight against each other. I mean, the last time we met for a demonstration to fix the country, I'm sure you're aware, the MPP also came because they sort of assumed that it was the opposition who were behind the campaign. We need to get rid of that type of mindset.
Yeah. Okay.
So for the first time, please, let's gather as Ghanaian citizens. This is an apolitical demonstration, i.e., it is devoid of partisan politics.
Okay.
So we are encouraging our MPP brothers and sisters to come. We are encouraging our NDC brothers and sisters to come. CPP, neutral, whoever, whatever. You are a Ghanaian citizen first and foremost. This thing affects all of us. We might think because we live in the diaspora, perhaps we're not being affected directly. Indirectly, it still affects us, because if people are not well back home as a result of the water they're drinking, this thing is being used to grow food, for irrigation purposes, etc., etc. At the end of the day, some way, somehow, some of the responsibility falls on us when we have to pay hospital bills for people back home.
Exactly.
As well, many of us frequent Ghana a lot. We go, and if we're not careful, as I always say in my videos, we might end up as Ghanaians living abroad having to pack water that we're going to drink before we even think of clothes that we're going to wear.
It's already started, so but we'll get to that because of your time.
So please, please, you have the whole week to talk to your bosses. No excuses.
And it's a Friday, isn't it? It's a Friday.
Yeah, please ask for time off from work. Some of you can do half day. It doesn't matter whether you've done a night shift. This is where we all have to sacrifice. I mean, I'm traveling all the way from up north to London, almost about an hour and 40 minutes, close to 2 hours. Consider my train ticket. I'm losing a day's wages. All of these things. Why? Because it doesn't matter my geographical location. I am still a citizen of Ghana, and I am concerned. So come out, please. Let's do this together. And that's all I have to say.
Thank you so much. We'll be drumming it all week. I believe the morning show team will also pick it up as well, and we'll be drumming it and make sure we make that noise for people to gather as well. And we as a station will be there to also broadcast live, because I believe it will be during the morning show. So we're going to represent live as a station. We'll be there. And thank you for coming on.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you don't mind, can I just take a few minutes, a couple of seconds, please, to appeal to Professor Antwi and Dr. Mensah to, if I can also have you on my platform, James Diaspora.
Okay.
Because I have many more questions to ask. So I'll reach out to you via
Facebook.
Bossman.
I mean, okay, I'll give you the numbers and everything. You don't have to worry at all. That's good.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you. That's Marie Amoakwa-Boadu, and she's a great addict. I mean, seriously, I can put it in the bracket of not Margaret Thatcher, no, but there's a lady I'm trying to think of, but you know what? She's one of a kind, straight talking, and also passionate about the things that affect whether you are part of a party or not. At this moment, she's not connected to any party. She's an independent woman and an activist that is trying to get Ghana back to a working state, and I believe that we'll all stand with her to make it happen. But hey, let me get back to Prof. Thank you for your patience. Marie had to take leave because she's got other engagement as well. But Prof, you started off, and as we were talking, I think we had a technical hitch, but you were talking about the president giving promises that he's going to put his presidency on the line, and everything that has happened. I mean, he said it, and to be quite honest, I don't think he's directly responsible for what is happening, because he's got people that are representing him.
Kevin, thank you once again. I like the spirit of Mary, first of all, because she's an activist, and Ross Perot says that an activist is not the one who said that the river is dirty, but is the one who rolls his or her sleeves and then clean the river.
Exactly.
So she's really doing that, and I like that spirit. In Africa, you know, the records are there. The president went to parliament and said that he's ready to put his job on the line in the fight against Galamsey. If you said that in Europe or North America and you are not able to fight that, and I concluded earlier by saying that we've lost the war on Galamsey. If I was the president, I would resign based on that promise that I made in parliament.
Prof, no, please, just rewind. Please, can you rewind and say that again? If you were the president of Ghana, you will resign?
I resign because of the war on Galamsey. I have failed my people because I went to parliament.
Seriously?
And said that I'm ready to put my job on the line in the fight against Galamsey. I set a committee. My brother, Dr. Mensah, talked about the 7 reforms. You know, and the last one he talked about is what I want to hit on. The community mining.
Community, yes.
It means Galamsey has not been dealt with. Like, it's not gone. We have not abolished Galamsey. We've used soldiers, we've used committees, and you can talk about the scandals. Most of these committees, the soldiers and the police who were supposed to fight the Galamsey, were getting the excavators, seizing them and using them for their own concessions. I mean, what kind of system are we? I don't understand the average Ghanaian anymore. It's like the very people who are supposed to fight it are doing it. And then people see them and nobody is able to point it out. What kind of people are we?
Prof,
what kind of people are we?
Prof.
So the very people who are saying, because people are saying politicians, they are mentioning names, and when you mention them, they will see you. Right?
Yeah.
Like Asante Hine has said it himself that these dirty boys you see at the Galamsey side, they are not the ones.
Yeah,
they have their bosses who are paying them to do that. They pay them 100 Ghana cedis, 200 Ghana cedis, 300 Ghana cedis a day. KB, as I speak to you, we have almost 1 million Ghanaians directly in Galamsey.
1 million?
Yes, out of the 31 million, we have 1 million Ghanaians directly involved in Galamsey. You see, education has been part of every solution.
Yeah.
And when I say I'm passionate about Ghana, God in his wisdom knows why he made us Ghanaians. It doesn't matter where you find yourself, you're a Ghanaian.
That's true.
The same way that I tell those in the Caribbean, when I go to Jamaica and I go to the Suriname, if you are a black person, no matter where you find yourself, you are an African.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see? So we are Ghanaians. And if you see, I'm all for, people want to have money, have a better life, and live a luxurious life. That's great. But do it the right way. So he talked about 7 reforms. We use soldiers, we use the military, we use things. The constitution is clear that every mineral resource is vested in the president. So he's a steward, and a steward holds something in account for the people. It doesn't belong to him. So if we're a steward and I've let my house and my car, my property to you, and it's being abused, who should I blame? KB, answer me. Who should I blame? You are a steward. You are a Christian. You know the job of a steward.
Yes.
A steward holds something in account for the owner. You are holding mineral resources in account for the country. As a president, that's what the Constitution says. So if there's Galamsey and those minerals have been abused and people are not doing the right way, do you come and blame me?
But the bankrollers for the bankrollers
for power in the Constitution have been vested in the president. So who are the bankrollers? Did we vote for them?
The bankrollers for the various parties are into this. So if he dares make a statement,
Akunta mining is owned by Wundumi. Now the minister said that he don't have the right to mine there at the Nimiri forest. You see, it's clear. Now he's doing it. But guess what? When the president went to see Asante Hine and the other chiefs, who was introducing the president? Is it not the same person? What kind of people are we? And why are we? Are we cowards? Or we are just afraid to speak the truth? I don't know which kind of people we are. And we don't have any principles. The number one, institutional principle is regulation. And when he talked about regulation, has the regulation worked? No, because those who are supposed to enforce the regulation are themselves involved into this. And they don't want to call them out because they will sue you. The president that we are talking about, is it not the campaign of demonstration? I was talking for Kumi Preku, Yemi Preku, and Siemi Preku.
I'm laughing because
what kind of demonstration hasn't the president done in his life? And yet, Kumi Preku 2.0 happened just last 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
They appointed a director general of Ghana Education Service that is supposed to be a people teacher because he's not an educationist. There was demonstration, all institutions sitting down. He's still there. There have been demonstration against the finance minister. He's still there. The president who used demonstration as a tool to get to where he is do not value demonstration.
But you believe that he's in charge?
What? Well, if you're not in charge, then resign. If people vote for you and you tell me that you are not in charge, then who is in charge? Am I in charge?
Prof, I had...
So, Kevin, there are all negative effects, not a single positive effect of Galamsey. All of them are negative. The process and the end product are all negative because the largest loser is the environment. Look at what happened at Flint in Michigan.
Yeah.
When that was even lead, not mercury, when their water was polluted, somebody lost the presidency because of that. As I speak with you, we have a place here, just close to me, here called French Island. All of them is a rich community, so they all use boats on their river.
Yeah.
And because of that, the river is polluted. You know what? The state supplied them with bottled water every day. So guess what? When we finish polluting our water, we have to import water to Ghana. Like you said, it started. Yesterday, I was at Minnesota last night to ship some things to Ghana. KB, the kind of things that I saw, I wept. That big warehouse, people are shipping stuff from Minnesota to Ghana. It's bottled water, used mattresses, used bicycles. Jesus Christ.
Prof,
Maybe
you know,
you guys have no idea. Anywhere that I go, and I go to places, our race, I raise my case. Our race is being respected because of bad leaders.
That's true.
Our race don't have any respect. All the race you see on this planet, but the black race is the least respected because of our poor leaders. What wrong have we done? Individuals are doing well, but collectively as a race, we have a problem. And we have to say the truth and fix it ourselves. Else we'll continue to run in circles. We will never move forward. Our leaders are responsible. The politicians, the chiefs are responsible for this. If they institute that kind of regulation, making sure that the law works and they are not involved, then this will stop.
Prof, let me go to Dr. Mensah, and you know, when I was in Ghana, I happened to be in the midst a week ago. I happened to be in the midst of a group of people, and I mean, these are guys, you know, that they how should I put it? They have their own businesses and they are running things, and I was the kind of passion you are, the way you are talking and the passion and the everything. I was talking exactly like what you're doing, and they started laughing. I didn't know why they were laughing, and they were like, "Are you the Messiah?" And I'm like, "No." So this is just common sense, and they are like, "Yes, it's common sense." And one example they gave me, that one of the security forces, one of the commanders, he's been on missions outside the country for years, and he's been paid in dollars and all those stuff, but he's never made that much money until he was made part of the Galamsey task force. So within the shortest possible time, the man believes that he's been turned into a millionaire. And so they were laughing because they were like, the people that you're going to send to fight, they are going to be paid and they are going to be enriched with what? What can you?
KB. So they are very right. My point is that the very people who we are demonstrating against,
yes,
they are the very people leading it. We know what happened to Prof. Amoakwa-Boadu. A heart surgeon, a renowned heart surgeon in Germany.
Yeah.
What did we turn him to? See? So we have evidences, case studies of things that has happened. Yes, anytime I come to Ghana, I'm on many radio and TV stations, and they will tell you that, people, they all went outside. When they come and they will be like that. Look, leadership is your character in action. So, yes, millions of people have been outside, but our characters are different. I have known Dr. A.K. Mensah for a long time. If I'm president, of course, he's going to be a minister because I know how principled he is.
Exactly.
You see, the leaders are among us. Let's pick them. But the process, the inward and the outward journey of selecting our leaders is corrupted. Our whole political system is corrupted. Look, these politicians are paying money to delegates. They are paying money for polling station elections. They are paying money to ward elections. Somebody called me. She's standing as a constituency deputy woman organizer. She went to Togo to buy cloths to share. A constituency deputy woman. So when she called me, I said, then an MP should start sharing cars now. So look at the way those who brought democracy, that is not how it was. Democracy doesn't make you an investor to go search for money and then give it to people and get power. You are no more a leader but an investor. I keep saying this at many stations. So they invest a lot of money. I know a guy now who has sold his house to contest for 2024 elections. Now tell me, if that person wins an election, the first thing he will do is to find money to build another house. So the people have already been paid. Now, if you're telling me about the kind of money, I have some friends who are lawyers, who are also lawyers for these, mineral mining people. You know the money, they buy cars for the lawyers. So if we have that kind of mineral resources and the country is rich, why are we poor? Why can't people afford just 1 meal a day? If we have these natural resources, according to the National Identification Authority, the figure that I just saw, we have almost 400,000 Chinese individuals with Ghana, with card.
Huh?
Those registered
400,000.
Yes. And Dr. Mensah talked about the Article 73 that says that only Ghanaian citizens are supposed to be involved in this mining. What happened to Ashaman and all those things? Is it not Captain Krabia Efadache, who was a former minister, defending him as a lawyer?
Prof,
what kind of people are we? You see, I am tired of people who have chosen to be stupid. We are just stupid. Plain truth.
Thank you, Prof. I know how you feel and how our country has been turned into. We need to keep talking, but if you've just joined us, you're live on Star Radio UK. The program is Faith Talk, and today it's about illegal mining, locally called Galamsey. The horrible effect. You might think, as Marie said early on, you might think that you're not mining, but if you don't jump with us for us to get into talking, to get things working out, where they are mining, the mercury that gets into the land, the system will eat into the land and it will affect the crop and you or me.
Our cocoa is now rejected from Japan because they have found mercury in them.
Exactly. You understand? And that is one good example. But let me come to Dr. Mensah. I know I've kept you waiting for a while. You know how passionate my brother is. And so I have to let him deliver, because we don't have people like him. Majority of our people are cowards. And that's the honest truth. We will speak behind the scenes, but when we come out, we can't, because we are scared of the people that can destroy the body, not the soul, and that does not work. But before you come in, let me say a very big thank you and also happy birthday to our very own Mrs. Mimi Asante Eboa in Wellingborough. God bless you for another beautiful year that the Lord has added to you. We pray for strength and favor and more blessings and longevity and good health. And let me say, Doc, where we are as a country, you're on grounds, you know what is happening day to day, every moment. You have the scientific proof as well. What do you think as a country we can do? Because we are more, I think we've gone beyond being in a hole. I think we've gone beyond that. I don't know.
Yeah, Kevin, thank you so much and I know Professor Antwi because Antwi is, I always describe him as the older version of myself. But I think that I am becoming more quite cool now.
Don't let them cool you down because they will tell you if you can't beat us, join us.
As a matter of fact, my principles and my values as a person will never die.
Okay.
They won't, because I've held on for a very long time, and I tell people that look, if I let my principles and my norms and values, I throw them to the dogs. Today, I have been trained for close to 9 years.
Yeah.
By German taxpayers' money. From Nairobi to Deutschland to Germany. How can I come home and throw all those things that I've acquired to the dogs? Okay, when you come to soil research where I work, people will testify. Because look, when I come in, I'm in my corner. Okay, I am in my corner. I bought a lot of stuff. I bought my printer. I bought my computer. I bought things, basic stuff that could enable me to work without frustrations. And when I come to work, I don't even go for lunch. I am just at my corner delivering. Because you know, it will be so much of disappointment if I should throw all those things to the dogs. KB.
Yes, sir.
We don't build a nation like this. If I tell you the kind of things that are happening in Ghana, but let me not go there. But Antwi knows a lot. You know, the kind of things that are happening. If you are someone who is like me or Professor Antwi or any of the guys on your platform who are living abroad, who are seeing things, and you come home and you want to do a lot of things, and you see the kind of impediment that are on your way,
the opposition
you will sit down. You have nothing to do but to just cry. But this thing that I've expressed here are emotions. Let me put emotions aside. They are sentiment. Let us not talk about science. Now, my sister talked about we need to change government. As a matter of fact, we may change government, but Galamsey will still be with us.
Okay.
Because when we change government, it is still the same Ghanaian that is going to lead. It is still the same Ghanaian that is going to occupy institutions. It is still the same Ghanaians that are going to take charge of things. Unless, of course, we want to revolutionize the system all over again. I am sorry to say that we may change government, but it will not solve Galamsey and its environmental consequences.
Yes, sir.
Since 1989, there have been 650 interventions that have been taken against the miners. Six. Yes, since 1989.
Okay.
Different governments, different regimes, different names, okay, similar strategies, but the miners keep returning. In 1989, they used to use the police to chase the miners into the bush. They arrested over 2,000 people. Over 200 people. At the end of the day, the miners came back. In the year 1990, they used the military to chase the miners into the bush. They still came back. Galamsey still becomes an albatross around the people of Ghana, around our neck. And environmental pollution keeps on unabated. Baby, please follow with me on this trajectory.
Yes, sir.
So we are finished with 1990. Let's come to 2000. 2000, another military strategy was formed. In 2006, they formed another military strategy called Operation Flashing Out illegal miners.
Right.
That in 2006. Which government was it? That was
Kufuor's government. Yes.
They did that. They always call it operation. They seized equipment. They confiscated their materials. They arrested the miners. At the end of the day, the miners returned. 2013, they set up another military task force, which was called Operation Fight Mining. And that led to the deportation of almost 5,000 Chinese miners. That one also led to confiscation of tools and equipment belonging to the miners. It again led to human rights abuses, where people's equipment were seized, others were burnt, they were chased from the mining site. At the end of the day, the miners returned in 2013. They still returned. I am building a story. Come to 2017.
Right.
The government set up another military task force called Operation Vanguard. Now, the same strategy, different names, the miners not returning, the miners return. In 2021, the government set up another military strategy called Operation Hawk. And that is the one that we are in now. Operation Hawk came about with 4 main military regimes. The same strategy, seizing of equipment. I can show you graphs where I can tell you the number of equipment that have been seized since 2006, the number of human rights abuses since 2006. I can tell you the number of deaths recorded. I can tell you the number of foreigners that have been deported, the number of Ghanaians that have been arrested, the number of foreigners that have been arrested. I can give you scientifically proven statistical evidence to show you that. KB,
yes,
the
sir.
miners are still returning. And now Ghanaians are tired. Ghanaians are tired.
Doc, sorry to interrupt you, but I don't think they are tired, because if you are fed up of something, what you tolerate will always show up. Is that not so?
I'm telling a story.
Okay, sorry.
Okay? That is why now they are doing demonstration in London. Okay?
Yeah.
That is why they did a national dialogue in Kumasi and in Accra. That is why they set up the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining. That is why many committees ad hoc committees keep on being formed. That is why we have formed all this military strategy. That is why we have done alternative livelihood programs. That is why we are doing community mining. Why are we doing all these things? We are doing all these things in order to stop the perpetration of illegality. But the miners keep returning. That is to tell you that you may change government, but Galamsey will continue unabated until the root cause of the problems are tackled. What you are doing now, the formation of Interministerial Committee, the institution of what is it, the National Dialogue, the Galamsey, the demonstration that are happening, all these things will happen, but Galamsey is going to continue unabated, because these are sort of these actions are sort of addressing the symptom from the top. Okay?
Yeah.
They are addressing the symptoms from the top. The symptoms are supposed to be addressed from the root cause, so that you can take off disease. You can kill the disease. It is like a snake. If you cut the tail, the snake is still going to be very violent. You have to cut the head. Now, permit me that these are in response to the fact that you may change government, but Galamsey will continue unabated. Prof talk about regulations, and regulations are there, but they are not working. Why? Maybe there are differences between large-scale mines and artisanal or illegal mining. And the proponent of the sector should be able to understand the sector, its philosophy, its sociology, its psychology, its economic, and its environment to be able to propose sustainable reforms to turn the sector around for the greater good of the Ghanaian people. One of the differences between artisanal mining, which is illegal mining, or Galamsey, and large-scale mining is one, the large-scale mines operate with what is called profit motive. The large-scale mines are operating with, look, the large-scale mines, they make business, they are coming to operate for profit.
Yeah.
So it is either profit or nothing. Even that, they are not sacrosanct. They are not blameless of environmental pollution. I am going to give you series of environmental degradation problems that have been caused by large-scale mines, and that they have been left to go scot-free. But then I'll come to that. Now, the small-scale mines are not mining for profit. The artisanal miners are not mining for profit. They are mining for what is called survival and livelihood motive. Now, to add on to Prof's reason why regulations are not working. Now, when someone is driven by survival motive, when someone is driven by livelihood motive, he does not care about what happens to the environment. He does not care about his own health. Neither does he care about any regulations, because all what he thinks about is how to feed himself and his family. So the artisanal miner will go every extent to till the land, getting about the deleterious consequences that action that he's doing actually has on the environment, on his own people, and on the health of his on his own health. Baby,
yes.
Permit me to give you a brief about the root cause why we have been able to, why we are still struggling with Galamsey. You know, the government, I had Prof. Antwi reiterating what the government said. The government said that the president said, I'll put my presidency on the line. Of course, he's supposed to resign. But because Ghana, we deem accountability as witch hunting. Okay?
Yeah.
When we hold people for their own words, they are like, hey, Mensah, okay? But you are holding, you see the things are right on social media.
Yeah.
Okay? The things are right are daily happenings in the country, but people are hurt.
Yeah.
Daily happenings. Okay? Don't steal. Don't cheat. When you're selling to me tomatoes, don't give me rotten tomatoes. The market will give you rotten tomato. Then I'll write it. When I write it, say, hey, why are you writing? Okay? The market woman is selling for you rotten egg. When you write it, say, hey, why are you writing? Okay?
Yeah.
The things I write are not sophisticated. They are basic things. Okay? But we get to hear the truth because we are a bunch, and we are a bunch of dishonest people who lie right from the beginning of education right to the top. And we are going to write BEC, cheat in exams. We pay regulators so that they can allow us to cheat. Okay? We go to secondary school, we cheat. We go to university inform group, we cheat. Then we get to the top, we then continue to cheat. That guy who cheated his way became a doctor. Now you are going to be sent to the surgical ward. He's the one supposed to operate on you. He operates on you, he makes a mistake, and he kills you. He kills your daughter, he kills your wife, he kills your son, he kills your sister, he kills a member. Okay? Forgetting that these are repercussions of our actions and inactions that were done right from the beginning. That is why when I wrote my book, I talk about anthropogenic inequalities and the consequence repercussions thereof. We are paying for our actions. You know, when you sort of do illegal mining, you pollute the environment, okay, you can't get water to drink. What are you supposed to do? You are supposed to spend huge sums of money to treat the water before you can use. Or you are supposed to go and buy pure water or whatsoever because you can't get water to drink. These are consequences of our own actions. Now, Professor Antwi made a lot of statements which are really true, but I want to back it with some scientific evidence. You know, Professor Frederick Arnold gave a lecture at the University of Cape Coast, and he chronicled the lecture Galamsey, the wicked problem in Ghana. Now, in his lecture, he presented a network, okay, a network of actors that are involved in Galamsey. And you know what? The network was amorphous. When you say something is amorphous, it is shapeless. It lacks shape. You can't talk about the beginning, you can't talk about the end. It lacks shape. Because the network he presented was convoluted. Okay, it was strangulated. You can't actually tell. In Ghana, in P, to wait, say basa basa. Now actors. Okay, this tells you that if you want to solve the problem, you don't even know where to start. Now, made a statement that touched me. The statement he made, and I've been reiterated by Professor Antwi, is that how can people that are constituted to fight the system benefit from the same system they are fighting? How can people who are mandated to fight the system benefit from the same system they are fighting? This and many tell you that Galamsey, no amount of demonstrations, no amount of national dialogue can solve it, unless the root cause of the problem is tackled head on.
And in a sentence, so that I can get Professor Antwi to come in a sentence, what do you think the root cause is? What's the foundation like?
The root causes are multifaceted. We can talk about economic, we can talk about political, we can talk about regulatory, we can talk about institutional, we can talk about social. We can also talk about, as far as I can remember, these are the root causes. Now, if you allow me, I can give you brief of these root causes. One is social.
Right.
One is social factor. The social factor is that you cannot go to a community and tell me that you have sent military to go and stop Galamsey, because it will not work. I am not using our sentiment to tell you, but I'm telling you that from research point of view, no amount of military strategy will work against artisanal mining. Okay, they will go, they will come back. Without missing where they'll come back. You know why? Because the mining itself forms an integral component of the people's living or livelihood ecosystem. The mining forms an integral part of their livelihood, of their life. They have been living with mining. You know, artisanal mining has happened for over 300 years. They have always seen the mining, okay, as part of their lives. They have seen the land as the land belonging to them. That is why when you go to mining communities, there's something they call digging for justice. Digging for justice.
What?
Now, when they say
what does that mean?
Because they feel they have the right to dig their own land.
Okay.
They have the right to dig because they have been mining for a very long time. Places like Obuasi, places like Bistia, and many mining hotspots derive their names because of the mining. So Bistia is a corrupted form. Bistia, for instance, is a corrupted pronunciation of Princeton. Bistia came from Princeton. You know why?
Princeton in the UK. Princeton in the UK.
Yes, he was an Englishman in the 1960s who was constructing wells. Okay, those days he was constructing wells for the people to get access to water. So people are like, we are going to Princeton town.
Okay.
Then the name became time.
Right.
This one tells you that the mining forms an integral part of the people. Now, if you want to improve their livelihood, you know what you're supposed to do. What you're supposed to do is to use what comes as a part of the people to actually better the lives of the people. But when you go and you say you are going to take what forms an integral part of the people, they will also fight with you. They will fight head on. Because they feel they have the natural entitlement to dig their land. You know why they say that? They feel that their land that belongs to them had been taken and given to large-scale mining corporations. And the large-scale mining corporations are operating on their land when they are not being employed because the large-scale miners or mining companies feel that they don't have the qualification to be employed. So they feel they have been marginalized. So they say, okay, we are also going to dig our own land. So they say they are going to dig for justice. This paradigm must be understood from sociology point of view to be able to find sustainable solution to the problem.
Okay.
Another issue is this. Maybe I'll end here.
Yeah, if you wrap it up, so that we can get Prof to come in as well, please.
Another issue is this. Unemployment is endemic in mining communities. Unemployment is really endemic. Do you think that, KB?
Yes, sir.
I have interviewed the miners and I asked them, what do you think about the military strategy? Do you think the government is doing well? They said, yes. The government should send the military to stop the people mining on our water bodies. The miners themselves. They said the government should stop the miners from mining on the water bodies because they are destroying the water bodies. They are rational human beings. They are Ghanaians. They agreed that what the government is doing is in order. But then they said that they should be allowed to operate. Those who are going underground, they should be allowed to go underground. This one tells you that the people are rational, but they are engaged in the sector because of unemployment. Now, the people who enter into Galamsey do not do so because of greed. People enter into Galamsey because they are greedy. Okay, people say they are similar to armed robbers. People who enter into Galamsey do so because of poverty.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell me that the woman, the artisanal woman who is living in Opuasi in the BNE, who is engaged in the sector, is doing that because she is greedy? Because of poverty.
Yeah.
It is because of poverty. Now, Galamsey is not a robbery. We are talking about an economic activity that has the potential to ameliorate poverty in mining communities. Robbery is not an economic activity. Mining is an economic activity. Now, mining, regardless of the name we give it, be it small scale or large scale, is not ecosystem friendly. The large scale mines equally cause environmental havoc. Okay? But then they are operating well because they are properly regulated. And that we are supposed to go through environmental impact assessment and what have you before they can be given their license to operate. So because they are properly regulated.
Right.
Now that tells you that if you properly regulate the small scale mining sector, they will equally also do what is right. KB, there's no time.
Yeah.
But I can give you a document that chronicles the restoration program that will be taken by Zana miners.
Okay.
The restoration program that will be taken by all is not
lost.
Okay. Let me end here. I can give you document that chronicles the number of corporate social responsibility programs that have been taken by small scale miners. They have constructed boreholes, they have constructed schools, they have given electricity to mining communities, and they have carried out mine land reclamation. I am expert in mine land reclamation and remediation. They have carried out. This and many I have discussed with you tell you that if we pay attention to the sector and properly regulate the activity, they will equally do what is right.
Okay.
Even if they cannot live up to the like the tax of the large scale mines, they can equally also take measures to protect the environment and to take measures to protect the livelihood of the people. And that particular sector, Professor Popu said 1 million. Indeed, 1 million people are engaged in the sector. Indirectly, the sector between 4 to 15 million people all over the world. All over the world, the sector operates in 80 countries, and globally, it feeds 30 million people globally. This is according to World Bank statistics.
Right.
That tells you that the sector is not one that can be maligned, that can be marginalized. We have to put in place measures so that people can do it and do it well. Maybe I end by saying we can mine within 30 meters radius. Okay?
Yeah.
30 meters from water bodies, and we might not be polluting the water bodies. It's possible.
Okay.
With
Okay.
proper regulations.
Thank you. That's from the expert. He's in the field and as a scientist as well. So he's giving us some nuggets of.
We can't hear you, Kevin.
Can you hear me now? Prof, can you hear me?
KB, you are muted.
Oh, seriously. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
How come? We still can't hear you.
I can hear you loud and clear.
We can't hear you.
Wow. Can you hear me now?
You should check your settings.
Is it? Can you hear me? Still. Right. Okay. Just bear me. Can you hear me?
We still can't hear you.
Oh wow. Okay.
Maybe your technicians can
Yeah. I will.
Because you are still muted.
No. Okay. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
No.
Oh my. Okay.
You have any technician around? We can
Yeah. Just bear me. Okay.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for star, R for radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hi everyone, it's your girl BB Clement, the author of How to Go From Employee to Entrepreneur and the host of your weekly business show, BB Means Business, the show where we discuss everything you ever wanted to know about business but you were afraid to ask. How do I start my business? How do I raise the finance? How do I grow my business? Where am I going to find my customers? Join me every Tuesday at 1:30 p.m. on Star Radio UK to get all the information and tips that you need to become a successful entrepreneur and become financially free. Remember, don't let life dictate to you. Rather, put your signature on life.
Are you looking looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820, or you can visit our website www.welllamb.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamb@gmail.com. Well Lamb Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Star Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Star Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Mama, please stop crying.
Listen to Aunties Mary, Lottie and Regina on the Family Enrichment Programme on Star Radio UK. This and every Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m.
Some people are wicked because don't make it your business going about revealing
people's secrets. Don't be a busybody.
And some people. Today's typical family is under pressure from various directions. Divorce is on the increase. More and more of the Afro-Caribbean youth are taking to crime, etc. The Family Enrichment Program brings together a team of qualified experts to discuss and shed light on how we can make our families better and stronger. It is said the family can do without the society, but the society can't. Listen to the Family Enrichment Program this and every Saturday from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Star Radio UK, your favourite Afro-Caribbean radio station in London.
Download our app in iTunes and the...
Okay, so welcome back to the Faith Talk show, and you're live on Star Radio UK this and every Sunday from the hours of 5 p.m. We're here live, and this afternoon, this evening, this very night, we are discussing the Galamsey, the terrible, horrible, disgusting, all the jargons that we want to use, all the grammar we want to use to describe it. It's something that is not helping our country. The land is being taken over by other, also as Professor Antwi said earlier on, that 400,000 Chinese persons hold the Ghana card. This is unbelievable. And so who issued it? Is it in the villages or where? I'm going. I hope, Prof, you can hear me now.
Yes, I can hear you.
And Doc, can you hear me? Doc, you can hear me now.
It's muted.
Yeah, I think
You are muted, so you have to unmute yourself.
Yeah. Okay. So right. Prof, I don't know where to start, but I was driving, I think 2 weeks ago in Ghana, and there were tears. Not that I was shedding tears, but I was crying on the inside as to the state of affairs, and not to talk about the Galamsey sites and how things have turned out to be. I know Dr. Mensah has given us a lot of information, things that, and also when he was concluding, he gave some ideas as to how we can help correct these things. But from the political point of view, what do you think? Because when Marie was talking about in her submission, she said that she believes that possibly a change of government can help. So that is her view, and Dr. Mensah said he believes that cannot help because these both sides of the political divide, both sides are involved, and so that is where they get their money to do their own campaign and all the sponsorship and everything that they do. But my core question is, as a Ghanaian, I know you're passionate about, but the solution that we've heard the scientific side of things, and also as to the social side of things, but what would you do, not as a president, but as a Ghanaian, that you want to see change, physical change? How do we deal with this?
Debbie, the first step of dealing with this is to own responsibility. Who is responsible? As it is now, nobody is trying to say that we are responsible and want to fix it. That is the biggest thing. And the second one is employment. As we speak now, the biggest urban brain drain is Galamsey. So we have talked a lot about the problem, but the solution is employment. People who have finished university 7 years, 6 years, they don't have jobs. My brother talked about survivor. I always say that if you see a rat okusie in the afternoon, it means that rat is either a 100 meters champion or can vanish into thin air. Because when you come out during the day, people will make light soup out of you.
Yeah.
So if you see people going through Agadez and all those places trying to cross to Libya in the desert, and it's frustration. People don't have jobs. We have not been able to have jobs for people. Here, everywhere I pass, we are hiring. Everywhere, they are hiring. Including even people who have criminal records. Now they are having jobs. Because the jobs are so many, they don't get people to work for them. Students 15 years are working part-time. They are hiring everywhere. But we don't have jobs for our people. KB, something happened when I was in radio. There were chainsaw operators. And that was a big issue. They were cutting trees in a forest. And I brought the Eastern Regional Director of Forestry Commission, Mr. Amoakwa, to the studio. And I asked him about, how they are working on the Forestry Commission. And he said, we have task force and everything. I remember I went to the Atiwa Forest with the then MC, EVSC, and the Mr. Amoakwa himself, and then we had MPs who went with the Atiwa Forest with us. So this issue did not start from yesterday. And on the radio show with me, somebody called in and said, look, whatever you do, we will cut the chainsaw operators. We will work because we have to feed our families. So when he talked about that kind of economic situation, yes, people are desperate to feed their families and times are hard. So what is the alternative? Provide jobs for them. The community mining, if we are able to group all these people, community mining people, you see, they are not hoppers. They are from there. So if I am from Kukrantumi and people are doing mining and government gives them concession, they come and they will not employ me, but they hire their own people and take our own land resources away. Look, when this guy from Obuasi, what's the name, who was announced as a sir, Sam Jonah. When Sam Jonah said that there's not a single Ghanaian who has even 1% share in Obuasi gold mines, that day I wept. For 100 years, look at Obuasi Road. All the resources being taken away. And when I went to Obuasi and I talked to some of the miners, you know the food they eat? Rice and palm nut soup. Those who go to the mines, under the mines for a week, 3 days, 2 weeks, they go with ammonia benquine. That's what they eat. And then when we get the resources, all those expatriates, they take the money away. These Chinese people in our country, do you know what they are looking for? It's money, the gold. Who gave them the visa to come to our country and work? When they give visa to our people, they are student visas. BI visas that you go and then go to school and come back to your country. Who gave them the authority to work in the Galamsey? To an extent that even yesterday, I told you earlier on, that an MP bodyguard, Takwan Soem MP bodyguard, has been shot at the Galamsey site by 3 Chinese people. Why are we doing this to ourselves? So if you look at it, you can see that the leaders of today don't think about the next generation. Yeah, there's multiplicity of problems. The root cause, like I said, is unemployment. People don't have employment. And the state is responsible, our parliament is responsible, our executive is responsible, our judiciary is responsible. Some of our media are also responsible because they are owned by these politicians. So the Minister of Sanitation and Water Resources, Liadapa, a month ago, said that she is shocked about the high level of pollution on the Dauphin River. CO, the minister, says she's shocked about the high level of pollution at the Dauphin River. Who is supposed to solve that problem? Is it me or the minister?
It's laughable.
And she says she's shocked about it, as if this is the first time she's hearing the news. Then Asantini said that there are some forces behind this Galamsey. Who are the forces? Okay, who are the forces? So we keep shifting the blame. Kind of a chess game, business as usual. We are in Ghana. People will talk about issue for a week or two, and then the case ends.
It will die.
That is what is happening there. So the regulations are not working because those who are supposed to lead the regulation, lead by example and model the way, are themselves allegedly involved in the process. And now, with all the Galamsey that we are doing, 35% of all gold in Ghana, are exported through Galamsey.
35%.
35% are exported through Galamsey. And the secret is that China is the largest producer of gold in the world. So if China is the largest producer of gold in the world, why are they in a country to dig the little that we have?
China
they are getting everything from us.
China and India happens to be the biggest consumers.
So they are taking it from us. They are interested in our country. I'm told that from a lot of people who are in China and teaching there that a Chinese will go for a loan of, let's say, about $5,000, come to Africa, and within 1 year, that person will have quadrupled that money. They are living with large sums of money because we are sitting on wealth, but we don't know what to do with ourselves because our leaders have allowed foreigners to come and take these resources away from us. If you look at the world data about the largest holding of gold in the world, US is number 1. We don't dig gold, but we are the largest holders of gold in the world, according to the central bank's ranking in 2021. So US hold about 8,131 tons, 79% of gold resources in the world, but we don't dig gold here. The second is Germany, 3,364 tons, 76%. And then we have Italy, France, Russia, China, Japan, India, and Netherlands. So the first 10 of the largest gold holdings in the world, there's not a single African country.
That's serious.
You see?
That's
so when
serious.
I say that this is our choice, we have chosen, I'm repeating this again, to be stupid. You see, your character, KB, your character is your destiny.
Yeah.
And our character is our destiny now. It's not that we are poor, but the resources that we have, we don't know what to do with it. We allow people to come. Even the oil that is being drilled in our country, our share is 13.75%. We don't even get 15%. Can you come to America or come to London and drill their oil and not get even half of it?
No.
A quarter of it?
No.
So this is a choice. We can talk for a whole day. I am a very busy person. And I know my friend is also a very busy person. We use our time to talk and talk and talk. And these people use their time to make money. That is why when you go home and you talk, people look at you and laugh as if, are you the Messiah? My parents tell me, Kwame, you're not going to change anything here. The people, this is how they want themselves to be. They have chosen this path. You see, they have chosen this path. And when you go outside, we've all been outside, you see what is going on there, how resources are managed, how they are building their country, scheduled maintenances, good roads, good hospitals, good schools, models. And then you go to your country and even road is a problem. When you're driving from one of the places, what do you call it? To go for right from this junction where there's a little runabout.
You mean from Accra to Koforidua?
From Accra to Koforidua, where there's this high school, Manfi. From Manfi to Koforidua.
Yes.
Drive there at night and see the road and how dark the place is.
I did it. I did it when I did it, and it was. God almighty.
And people don't see anything
I did
wrong
it
with
this time round. I did it.
People don't see anything wrong with it. And when you ask them, I went as far as Domain Crow, and they will tell you that she said, yeah, now it's better because it used to be worse. What does that tell you? That is their standard. Their standard is now is even better because that is what their leaders are giving them, and the people are not demanding higher standards of living.
Yeah.
You see, my biggest worry is that you elect leaders who are supposed to be serving you. Ghana is a republic.
Yeah.
And a republic country means power is vested into elected officials.
Yeah.
So yes, we have the traditional institutions there. As a republic, power is vested in those we have, voted for. And if those people are saying that they cannot solve the problem, that they are coming to the traditional leaders to solve the problem for them, then they are admitting that they have failed.
Yeah. Then we have to revert back to.
That they have failed. So I don't know. Even the top 5 gold stocks in the world, we talk about Equinox Gold, Philo Mining Stock, or Cisco Mining Stock. They are all in US and Canada. So even though the natural resources in our country, the stocks we are not there, holdings we are not there. There's nothing that we have. And all we have.
And Prof, who determines even the price?
It's those abroad that they determine the price for you.
Joke, man.
It's so sad.
Are we? I don't know if we are jokers. Excuse my French, but.
And the sad thing is that they don't see the enormity of the problem. You see, this is people's choice. If I have my resources and somebody comes and say, okay, you have an oil, I'm going to drill it for you. I went to Cape Coast and I heard some people saying that, well, that oil on the sea now, yeah, this is gonna be the oil that they are drilling on the sea, they've already chopped the money. That's what they told me. So you have leaders who don't even think about the next generation. They are thinking about today. What they will chop and die. But the person who is thinking about today or tomorrow is not thinking, because today or tomorrow is like today. Leaders who are thinking about the next generation, what are we living for the next generation? The next 20 years, the next 30 years, the next 40 years. Those are the leaders that I'm talking about. Unfortunately, we don't have that kind of leaders now. They are thinking about the next elections. They are just thinking about the next elections, not the next generation.
That is one key thing that Prof I was going to come to, because it looks like the nation has been set up. This particular how do they call it? We're in the 4th Republic, isn't it? This particular republic has been set up just to win elections, come into power, and amass wealth, and also get a strategy to win a second term and go into opposition, and then the other party comes in. So it's like recycling the whole system.
Yes, they only have 1 year to work seriously, the first year you were supposed to appoint positions. So the first 1 year is about when you win, you have to settle some people. The president alone have about 6,000 jobs, people to appoint. So look at the power given to the president when the person wins. And once you do that, so the first year is appointing your executives and ministers and all those. It takes a whole year to let everybody land on the job. According to research, anytime you find a job, it takes at least 2 years for you to master the job.
Yeah.
And within that 2 years, they are waiting for the next elections, which is the 4th year. So already they are switch their mind into election mode when it's the 3rd year, because you need to make sure that you have a firm grip on your constituency. And as Sushi said, that it is not power that is corrupting developing countries or poor countries. It is the quest of losing that power. So when they get that power, they become more terrified of using it, because what they invested in winning the power, they've not been able to get that money back. That is where the problem is. So either we look at the number of years that these people are in power, we use the French model, which is 5 years, or we make sure that our electioneering process, which makes people think about the next elections, we cut the cost out of it, make it illegal to give somebody money to vote for you. Anybody who comes to you and gives you money, call the person out, and that person is disqualified. If we're able to do that, that people don't spend money. So let's say 5 people are contesting for MPs. The state should rather get the pictures of everybody, put those on the walls, organize, a single or 2, 3 debate for all of them, and then nobody spends money. Once I have not spent money like American system, like the European system, people would be giving you $1, $2 here, $3 here. You would not spend even $5 of your own money. And when you win, it means that the people wanted you and you come and serve them. As I speak here, KB, if I tell you voice message people are sent to me, that the whites have corrupted me, I want to come and help, and I'm not giving money to anybody. And no black person will vote for you if you don't give them money. So yes, our electioneering process is corrupted because the leader that set the mode made it in such a way that you have to pay money to the people so that they'll be dependent on you. So we need to reset it and change the way our politics is. Other than that, we will never make any progress.
Prof, you mentioned resetting it. Dr. Mensah also make mention, he gave some options that we have as to how we can help curb this illegal mining and for people to start doing a bit more like responsible mining to get them to a better state or stage. Now, how do we reset the mindset of our people? Because, Prof, I'm saying this, you can't teach a dog any old trick, as you know already. Now, the setup and the system is that even you, like as you say in the text messages that you've received, you going to just volunteer to help, you become an enemy.
Yeah.
Yes, Doc.
Before we make Prof talk about resetting,
yeah,
let me share something so that it will help Prof in his response to your question about resetting. Okay. So today I'm going to share some screen here on the platform.
Right.
Can you see my screen?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see.
Yeah, but I can't read every single thing.
But you can see my screen, right?
I can see your screen, yes.
Prof, you can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay. KB, because I want us to put things in proper perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Look, we cannot solve a problem by tackling it from sideways. We need to understand the sociology, we need to understand the economics, we need to understand the philosophy, we need to understand the psychology, we need to understand the sector we are dealing with, so that we're able to reset the sector.
Right.
Now, Prof talk about we need to give people job.
Yeah.
We need to give people job. Now, KB, can you sit in your own land and watch your land confiscated and be given out to foreigners to mine, and that gold they mine, all the gold is sent outside, you don't get anything, and you will sit there and you say, I am going to fold my hands in my thighs. People will dig for justice. People are angry. The miners, they are angry. They are Ghanaians. I tell you that the motive to enter the sector is driven by survival and livelihood motive, largely driven by poverty, not greed. Look here. This is an interview of 19 Ghanaians. Some of them are some of them hold masters. You can see my screen.
Yeah.
Some of them hold master's degree. Others hold first degree. So this is education level, master's degree. The course he read at the university is BSc Geological Engineering.
Wow.
Now this guy is in the artisanal mining sector, illegal mining, so to speak. Do you know how much he makes? He makes about 5,000 Ghana cedis per month, which is 820.45 United States dollars, and that guy comes from Accra. So now, how many teachers earn this amount of money?
Teacher.
The Director General's salary is 6,000 Ghana a month.
Okay. So let us put this in proper perspective. Now look at Derek. Derek is the second guy. He holds master's degree. He holds MSc in environmental science. Now he earns about 6,000 Ghana cedis for entering into Galamsey. KB.
Yes, sir.
He gets is KB still with us?
Yes, I'm here.
He gets 6,000, which is almost 1,000 United States dollars. Now we can go on and on and on. This guy lives in Accra. They live in Accra. They migrate from Accra, come to various hotspots of illegal where Galamsey takes place, and they come and mine because of these reasons. Because the incentives in the sector are high. Now look at this. This work was done in Congo. It was asking how much do artisanal miners earn? How much do they earn? How much do they earn? Now I will take you to where they compare them to farmers. I will take you to where they compare them to farmers and the ability to climb. So this is farmers. So this is between farmers and artisanal miners. The ability to climb the ladder in life from dilapidated building to a mansion. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, we could see that in this ladder of life, it is easier for an artisanal miner to move from this ladder of life, which is dilapidated building, to building a mansion compared to a farmer. This analysis tells you that alternative livelihood programs, by bringing farming as a competition, will not hold, because farming is not competitive enough against artisanal mining. For you to be able to solve the problem of artisanal mining, they should bring something that is of competitive, which economists will call it competitive advantage, and that it can displace the miner from the mining into that sector. Other than that, you cannot replace a sector that is of less competitive advantage to artisanal mining, because people will not stop. Now, let's go here. So these are how much pit managers earn. Various pit managers, those who manage the pit alone. Yeah. But that is not, I want to send you to, so this is farming. So this is ladder of life. That ladder of life, standard of living of farmers, pit workers, and pit managers. So if anyone tells you that farming, government policies come up with alternative livelihood program, then they say farming, you have stopped you. Go and cultivate maize, go and cultivate cassava. They will not go. for lack of a better word, straightforward, they will not go. They will still continue to till the land unsustainably unless you find an alternative measure that can compete with the mining that they are doing. So, KB, this is a farmer. This is a farmer. This is a pit worker. This is a pit manager.
Yeah.
The ladder of life. The minimum is this one. Minimum wage that the person can earn. This is how much the farmer could earn. The farmer, this is how much he could earn. Majority of them, this is how much they earn. Somewhere around between 2 and 4. Now, then the maximum is around 4, between 4 and 6. Now look at the pit worker. The pit worker, you could see that the maximum
between 4 and 6 what?
Between it's like standard of life.
A range, okay.
Be measured with this figures.
Okay.
So you could see that this is farming. Farming is dwarfed around 2 to 5 average of standard of life.
Okay.
See a state manager. A manager rises above 6, almost at 8. This one tells you that farming is not competitive enough against artisanal mining.
Yeah.
Now, look here. What I told you about digging for survival and justice.
Yeah.
The miners, so the drivers of illegal mining activities in Western Region Takwa, when you read this paper, tells you the people are digging for justice and they dig for survival. But lastly, I will show you here in this paper that defining the gloom in search of the golden practice of small-scale mining operations. This one tells you how much of reclamation the miners are doing. How much of reclamation? Anybody who tells you that the miners will lose the land without reclaiming the land, tell them that the large-scale mines equally cause environmental consequences and hazards. These are miners in small-scale mining, and this is how much they have reclaimed the land. If you go to this paper, they have reclaimed the land. So if we can properly regulate the sector, we can cause them to do what is right. All is not lost in the sector. We need right leadership, honest people, and credible men in charge to steer the affairs in that particular sector for the benefit of Ghanaians and to lift people out of poverty and to create progress among ourselves in the society.
Powerful. Thank you. That's Dr. A.K. Mensah, and he's in the industry, so he understands it better than some of us, and giving us some powerful statistics. Prof.
Yes, Kelly. I just want to add something to what.
Yes, please.
The beautiful thing is the research you talked about.
Yes.
I look at it, Journal of Rural Studies, and all those powerful peer-reviewed journals that Ghanaians are doing well to publish out there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, in our land, we don't use research, that's true. Which is a shame. It's awful.
That's true.
These individuals have gone to the communities, talked to them, found out the problems. And politicians, how many of our politicians even respect those in academia?
They don't.
And their views. If you come to the West, every media station is calling, oh, this is a professor of this, this is a professor of this. When there's an issue, they call the experts, not politicians. Because politicians will spin around, give some passive words without being concrete about what they want to say. So let's begin to use research. It's going to help us. 2, he talked about honest leaders in position. I have always insisted that our process, our legendary process, will never give us honest leaders. They will not give us honest leaders, because the way some of us are being tagged that, oh, they are stingy, they are not giving money because black man will not vote for you with that. So people are always on you. When I come to Ghana from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m., people are always in your house. They need jobs, they need money for food. We are coming to welcome you, and everybody needs money. So the question is, where do you get the money from? You see, so we have built a dependency system where people always come to the leader for money. Somebody told me, even a member of parliament is a giving position, always give money. And what the people don't want to hear is no. So we have corrupted our system in such a way that to get honest people is going to be magical, because you need somebody with the money to give to the people before you can get the power to fix some of these problems. Other than that, didn't you hear that when the president went to Ashanti region to meet Asantini and the others, somebody stood out there, had the effrontery to tell the minister he would slap him because he's a small boy. Since when did he come to the party to tell them that he's going to destroy their source of income? So yes, I believe that when we do community mining, group the community together, give them that concession that this place you can mine, but when you finish, build your own schools, build your own hospitals, make sure that your roads are done. When we give power and ownership to the people, we will see better improvement in our lives than giving it to individuals that will give licenses in Accra. They come to these communities and mine and take the money away without the community getting anything. Obuasi is a typical example. Over 100 years, they've been mining there. So if you live in Obuasi, your house, chances are that under your house, there's a hole. But what do they get? What have they got from it? So yes, in solving it, I began earlier by saying that we have agents, we have concessionists, we have landowners, we have kings, we have the politicians, we have the individuals. We are all stakeholders, we have interest. And look at the environment. We are cutting trees, so environmentalists are also part of this. Let's all come together, look ourselves in the mirror and say that yes, we failed ourselves and our people. How do we come together so that communities will be allowed to mine? Yes, for justice, mining for justice, that he said. I have my land. You said the land is vested in the president. The president gives license to an outsider who we don't know in the community. He comes there and then bring his own people, not even hiring the community members. Take our resources and money away, and then we are still poor. Who has said that? So of course, the people deserve better. If I have gold in my land, then let's go back to our constitution. If everything is vested in the president, how much is the president giving to the people that he's taking the gold and the resources from them? That we should revisit, so that we will not make our laws to leave the poor people in the rural areas poorer. America, this is what they do. The average income in America is $30,000. That is even for the poorest person who works, $30,000 a year. But that means you are in the lower class of the lower income. But farmers' average income in America are $25,000. It means farmers are poor. So this is what the government does. They subsidize a lot of the things for the farmers, and then they will ask them, instead of, let's say, you growing legumes, they will ask you to grow corn, and then the government will pay for legumes that you do not pay. So government have a lot of things that they do to cushion these farmers, because without them, those of us in the cities, we can't survive. We need the farmers. Tractors, equipment, all these things government subsidize for them so that food will be there. Then they have silos for storage so that throughout the year, the whole 12 months, we have food in. So we need farmers. But Dr. A.K. Mensah said something. Farming is no more competitive. If I'm a cocoa farmer, there's a cocoa farmer I saw in a video that he has never earned even 4,000 Ghana cedis
in
for
his life.
25 years. That is, yes, for a year. For 25 years that he's been in. We saw one from Bunso, who showed his cocoa farm has been flooded, and he said that because of the Gala people, so he's going to catch his cocoa and then give the land to Galamsey and make more money, because farming has not been helped to be competitive. But without farming, look at what is happening in Belgium now. Belgium is the food basket of Europe. Without farming, animal husbandry, and the food that we will eat, we are all going to die. We are all thinking about gold, this chain in our necks. KB, if you have all the gold ornaments and you can find water to drink, then what happens to you? So let's look at the end product. We're thinking about gold and gold. What is gold used for? Is it not chains? Is it not chains and watches? So we value these things than life, which is water for us to drink. And our body is about 2/3 or so water. So if we don't think about our survival, livelihood, and we are thinking about ornaments that we adorn on ourselves, and the money, because also our culture. When we talk about culture, the institutions we built is that, okay, he has a car, he has a house, so he's doing well in our society. No, that is not what it is. The legacy, the impact we make is not about this. There was this professor in Norway called Professor Hefas, and Hefas was very popular. So a guy called him that he wanted to come and visit him. When he got there, he saw that this man has got only one bench at his hall. And then he asked him that, Prof, I've heard your name a lot. Why do you have only a bench at your hall? You don't have, chairs, you don't have sofas and all those kind of posh furnitures. And he asked the guy, what do you see in my room here? He said, I only see books. And then he told him that, well, why don't you have furniture for your visitors? And he asked the guy that, why didn't you bring a furniture yourself? The guy said that, but I'm just a visitor in your house. And he said, well, if furniture is what is important to you, then anytime you are visiting me, come with your furniture.
Bring your...
But what is important to me is books. And that is what you see. We should begin to see what is important to us and not allow our society to define what is important for us. That is the only way forward.
Prof, but then our president is doing well because he carries his furniture around. So, I mean, he's doing well. So
the furniture is in the full car with air conditioning.
Charlie, I believe that
you haven't seen any superstition in our land. The vice president goes to any place, carries his own podium that he will stand and talk. When he finishes, he takes it with him.
Hey, podium.
Our land is get closer to politicians and you understand.
No.
I superstition.
Podium.
When they meet, even food that is served to them, nobody eats their food.
No, but what Prof,
I don't know the kind of system we find ourselves
I'm coming. The podium is a new one for me today. I mean,
the vice
for this year,
he will never stand in the podium.
That you provide.
They will set it up for him before he speaks.
Hey, sir.
Yes, our politicians. You see a lot of things. There are superstitions out there. Our land, everything is complicated. Though it's not as simple as Europe or North America, where people go because they know they are leading. I don't need bodyguards. I don't count myself as anybody important because I'm a governor or I'm a senator. I'm just an ordinary citizen. You cut your own grass. You do everything yourself. But when I come home, they will not allow me to do anything. I want to do this. No, you can't. Even funeral, they will not allow me to go alone. And people who lead you, you have to pay them. It's a system that we have built. We built it on the wrong side. Just like wearing a suit, wearing a shirt on top of the suit, and then wearing your undershirt like singlet on top of that. We have turned everything around. A leader is nothing but a servant.
Yeah.
But we rather hail our leaders and we make them like tingles. And they walk arrogantly because we have made them so.
But Prof, the thing is, as we wrap up now, our time is up. But as we wrap up now, you see, we've made them so. The real change, the whole thing is that the people that are suffering, if you want to rescue them, they are the ones that are going to fight you.
Because they don't know. And what you don't know can be very intimidating, KB. It's the politician who has given you a job. Like I said, the president alone appoints almost 6,000 people as soon as they come to office. So the president has given a job. Your job is announced on radio or by the secretary of the president, and you can lose your job on the same radio and TV by the president announcement. So it's not that you've gone to an interview or you just lobby and get a position. And no teacher wants to be transferred to Sablugu Chachale by just speaking about wrongs in our society. So everybody is quiet. Now that is where I get a problem when the Minister of Education comes to United Nations and say that Ghanaian kids are timid. In the first place, you don't throw your problems in your country at the United Nations. Secondly, even headmasters cannot speak when the minister is there because you'll be transferred. So who of a headmaster in his or her right brains would tell a student that the minister is coming here, ask them questions? They will say that the head asked you to ask the minister questions. The next day, you'll be transferred. So everybody is quiet. And KB, the dangerous thing in life is when you leave and your family, nobody asks you for anything. Your wife or your spouse, nobody asks you for anything, and everybody is quiet when you come to the house. Then you are running to danger. When people begin to be quiet towards you, it means there's nothing for them to say because they know nothing will change you. And that is where we find ourselves now.
Prof, as we wrap up, before I go to Dr. Mensah, you talked about reset and all the stuff, but I think it's going to be possibly another show. But how do we, as people in the diaspora, Dr. Mensah is back home now at the moment, so he's okay. I mean, if I say he's okay, he's still, I consider him as a diasporan. But how can we bring that change? Because we cannot detach from the motherland. It's something we what can we do?
I know how to solve it. When those politicians come abroad, don't you pick them at the airport and take them home and give them food and give them the best accommodation. Let's stop doing that. 2,
right,
when these politicians are coming and then they raise funds from abroad, UK fundraising, political parties. You know, there was a political party I was joining, I was paying $150 every year as dues. Those in Ghana pay $1. 1 cedi a month. So it's 12 cedis a whole year.
Yeah.
Those abroad,
yeah,
we give money to support all these politicians.
Yeah.
What do they get? What do they get? So the diasporans have a big role, as Sal did in Senegal. He told all those in the diaspora that don't send money home until they change their mind to do the right thing. Because it's not that we don't have the resources. So all the difficulties that people are going through, it's not that we don't have the money. The Chinese are taking our money away and they are giving them part of it. So your leaders have cars, anytime they are driving their V8s, when the president was going on tours, he had 52 V8 cars. 52.
Who wants to kill him?
I don't know. But what wrong have you done? The people voted for you, so why do you need that kind of security? If you are doing the right thing, you mingle with the people. Morocco, the president of Morocco the king of Morocco goes to the market and then asks for price of food. And when you identify him, he'll give you some money and say, keep quiet. Because I want to know. Mingle with the people. The way we treat our leaders, we will never move forward. Treat them like ordinary citizens. Let them know that you put them there, you pay them every fuel, every food, every car that the president uses. It's your taxpayers' money. Why is it important than you? Why? So to set up our mind, we need to develop our mind. We need to see leadership as just a service. Get honest people among us. Don't take money from them. Pick them among you and take them there. They will go and defend your cause. But as it is now, yes, for about a whole year, you have a member of parliament who will never speak. They'll be getting paychecks and every time. Because that is what they have been set up for. 275 MPs who cannot even initiate a bill as is being done in America. There are bipartisan congressmen who have initiated a bill about how to cushion workers and then fix the inflation. Have you seen something like that in Ghana? It's all politics. They don't talk about how do we come together and fix our inflation. How do we talk about the wrongs in our constitution? How do we fix them? Individual bills, raise them. The indemnity clause, take it away. We don't need ministers from parliament. We need to reduce our ministers. If both can come together and say we don't need more than 30 ministers, is that not a constitution that was written by carpenters and farmers and that? So current generation that is more educated, can they review that kind of constitution? From 1972, from 79, look at all the military-made constitution. Intellectuals, including the current president, have been there, and the ex-president. They were all members of parliament. What did they do to fix these gaps in our constitution? They
used to go to lunch together.
You see, everything happening is deliberate. It's deliberate. They just want to maintain the status quo. Don't change anything. Allow things as they are. I know some people who began to speak in parliament, and some of their old colleagues told them to shut up and make some money for themselves and their families. They don't want anybody to say anything. Stay here, make some money, and go. Because you can't change Ghana. Seriously, we can't change Ghana, so we like it as it is. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. That's Professor Opoku Antwi. And Doc, before we wrap up, before we go, your final words, and is there hope for our nation when it comes to the environment? Is there hope that we can turn things around with regards to illegal mining? As for employment purposes, but most importantly, is there a way to educate these mining for justice or the people, the research you read out? Is there a way to turn this around?
Of course, there's a way. These were created by human action. It can equally be dealt with by human actions.
Right.
Where I grew up in Christia, the mining town, I used to go to the farm with my grandma. I would carry firewood on my head. On our way, we fetch the leaf, then we use the leaf to fetch water and drink.
I remember. Yeah. Clean.
And Cobra.
Very, very.
I fetch water from Ancobra.
Yeah.
On my head. Okay. There's another river called Accessory in Christian. We used to go fetch water from it and we drink. There was nothing like pure water. Kebi, was it not opening the penny that we were drinking?
Of course.
It was first in the cup. The cup. When they meet you, they fetch some for you, you drink.
Even rainwater. Rainwater.
Yes.
We used to drink rainwater.
They just put the ice in a container, then they put caps on it. When they meet you, you say you are buying like 5 pesos.
Yeah.
Then they fetch some for you to drink.
Yeah.
Then you go. Then it came to opening the penny where it was normal, and some people would just try to add some flavor by heating it under some container.
Yeah.
Okay. It was just normal water. How come now we can't do that? Everybody's drinking pure water, and it is causing environmental pollution all around. When I did my MSc in Nairobi, I never came across any sachet water in Nairobi.
Oh wow.
Anybody who has been to Nairobi Kenya, there's nothing like pure water in Kenya. Everybody carries his or her water bottle.
That's a good one.
Look, Ghana is living on past glories. We think we are the best. But I tell you that it's one of the countries that are sinking. A professor from University of Georgia argued that Ghana's achievement is based on past glories.
Yeah.
But look, Ghana is a country, unless of course you've not been outside Ghana before, so you might when you see government is fixing road, you begin like, hey. You mean government is using your money to fix road and you are shouting? Interestingly, electricity goes off here. They can put off your power. It's a joke. Okay, they can put off your power any point in time. Then when the power comes, everybody remains silent. They go, hey. You want to go and put off the power in UK without informing anyone? How dare you? Come on, take court. Kebi, you know where I live? I have been there. This is the second week, almost third week. Water had not run through my taps.
They are mining. They are using it to wash.
Look,
good.
What is water scarcity? A country is described as water scarce when it spends water of less than 1,000 cubic meters per person per year. Ghana is envisaged to become a water scarce country by the year 2025. And issues like illegal mining would deepen the crisis. We recently submitted a paper.
That's 4 years.
My friend.
You said 2025. That's less than 3 years away.
Oh, and it's even happening. It's happening. One professor, Mr. Ishen of Ghana Water Commission said that a time is coming when water will be more expensive than we pay for fuel. And that is what is happening. You don't have water. Water is a social good. Now, those of us who did water resources, it will tell you that water is a social good. And that because water is a social good, everybody should have access to water. Now, water becomes economic good when we have something we call privatization, where individuals, use it for commercial purpose. So in that case, you have to price water. So water becomes an economic good. But water is a social good, such that everybody should have access. You see that the president gave what is called lifeline rate to water when the COVID crisis came. Lifeline rate.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
The lifeline rate is that everybody can pay for because of the social or public good of water.
Yeah.
So we can solve it, but we do not have credible men. We do not have men with integrity. Look, it is extremely going to be difficult when you have men with integrity and men with honesty, men with passion to solving societal problems. Look, if you want to really do what is right in Ghana, you will struggle. You will suffer. You know the way I do my leadership at work. The people I mentor, okay?
Yeah.
We do it together. I sat together, we submitted a paper with a mentee. We do it together. When we go to the field to do soil sampling, I go with them. And I am not going to cheat anyone. I am here to play part when the time is due, I go. But many people cannot do this. We have our own bane.
Our own enemies.
One of the problems of solving Galamsey is putting men with integrity. Why do you have to set up military task force? Why do you have to do Galamsey? Why do you have to do Galamsey demonstration? Why do you have to do national dialogue? Why do you have to do all those reforms when there are already institutions mandated to regulate the sector? And there's Water Resources Commission, there's EPA, there's Mineral Commission. Okay, these are institutions already carrying out their responsibilities that are supposed to ensure responsible mining. But how come we have bypassed all these institutions, and we are setting up ad hoc measures, reactionary measures?
Is it not, Doc? Is it not? I'm sorry to chip in, but is it not a way to sort of pay back, as Prof mentioned, that to employ 5,000, to appoint 5,000 people? Is that not a way to sort of create job for the boys as well, one way or the other?
Whether it's for the boys or not, me as a scientist, what I would say is that such measures are not sustainable. Any developmental project that is not sustainable is questionable. When you read Agenda 21, the blueprint of sustainable development in the 21st century, principle number 1 out of 26. Human beings are at the center of all developmental projects.
Right.
That means that any project you do that has deleterious environmental impact on the people and on their social fabric is deemed not sustainable. KB is not an eyesore. You want to see how Ghana is, take a look at its environment. The first thing you see when you travel outskirts of Accra is its environment. It is denatured, it is degraded. It is degraded by our own selves. One of the ways of doing this, you want to stop it. You want to ban Galamsey, it will not stop it. The people will still go and mine at night. What about putting them, the people who have been banned, what about putting them on economic activity? Okay, don't just say we are banning you. After banning the person, put the person on an economic activity, engage the person, so that the person will not become idle. For they don't find job for the idle person, so that the person does not become a social miscreant.
Yeah.
Put the person on an economic activity. Is there insurance? Put the person on insurance. Is there health facility? Can put the person on health insurance.
Doc.
Okay, by in way we are migrating the people from one economic activity to another economic activity, thereby solving the problem of unemployment and reducing issues about insecurity in our communities. Another way of dealing with the sector, the problems that are associated with the sector, another way is to use what is called IK, indigenous knowledge.
Okay.
Principle number 22 of sustainable development outlined in Agenda 21 states that indigenous knowledge of the people matter in environmental governance. Kebi,
Yes,
you
sir.
cannot go to this. Okay, you know what indigenous knowledge is? Those days,
Doc,
they say we don't go for fishing
Doc,
on Tuesdays.
sorry to chip in because of our time. If you can wrap up for us quickly in the next possibly maximum 1 minute, so that we can.
Okay.
I've been given the signal that, yeah, please.
So indigenous knowledge. Those days we don't go for fishing on Tuesdays. We don't go for farming. We don't go to the farm on Fridays. Let us reinstate those things. The people fear the gods. Okay. Recently, one Galamsey town, they curse the land that if you go and mine, okay, they curse the land that if you come and mine, the God should kill you. That is the right way. Nobody will go there. That is indigenous knowledge.
And people will not go, isn't it? Would they?
Then the third point here is self-regulation. Let us use the miners themselves to police their own activities. Kebi, when brothers talk to brothers, they understand each other very well. Rather than a foreigner, a soldier coming to confiscate our tools. Use the small scale miners association to regulate their activities, and they will listen to themselves rather than a foreigner coming from Accra. Among a lot. This many will help to ensure sustainable and cleaner production for us to harness the potential the artisanal small scale mining sector wills for our own people and for the greater good of the economy.
Wow. Dr. A.K. Mensah, thank you ever so much. Your input, I believe, has given much more. I mean, I know Prof and also Marie as well. The demonstration will, as I said, we'll see what we'll be able to do. But as to what we're going to do from that point, it's also a whole thing, a whole different thing altogether. But you've given us a whole lot of information and good knowledge as to what we can do and how we can do it as well, and how the data you shared as well, research. If anybody is listening that they claim they love Ghana, what? If you truly love the nation called Ghana, this is the kind of program you have to be listening to, and the people that you have to be talking to are right on this show, because these are the real people that will say it as it is, not in a way to disrespect, but to speak the truth, nothing but the truth. And so that is what we believe in. And Doc, thank you ever so much once again. And Prof, we have to start working, and we'll speak to start working and what we need to do, because possibly if you're in the diaspora, you're watching us, you're listening to us, wherever you might be, the technology has made it easy for us to connect. And so on Facebook you can search any of us, KB Bossman, AK Mensah, and also Professor Enoch Opoku Antwi. You can Google it. These guys are authors that have written books that will impact, transform, and give meaning to your life. Search for it, and I'm going to be hosting them. The two of them have new books coming out, and I'm going to be hosting. I believe Dr. Mensah, is yours out? Is it coming out now or this month?
Yeah. The final hard copy will be in this particular month.
This month,
okay.
Probably
before the month ends.
Okay. So we can talk about that, and Prof as well. Prof, the latest is out. Okay, so all right. So we'll be doing justice to it. You see, if you're in the diaspora, you're a parent, you are listening to us. Change will never happen until people decide. It's a choice. And the choice to do something about, because where we are, or where we are now, if we ask people, they know that, yeah, you might be comfortable, but home is home. But something needs to be done. And that's our motherland. That's where we know that there's so much in there. God has given us so much that we can do a lot with. And books are points, they are platforms that can transform you. It can transform you if you engage in that. I always encourage my children to do that. That books, if the reader becomes a leader, because you get advantage over those that are not reading. And so thank you ever so much, Prof and Doc. We'll be coming to the book reviews time. It will be a good moment. And thank you for tuning in, and our listeners. Thank you so much. We know we've stretched the time, but then it's worth it for me. Anything to do with our nation, Ghana, to make it great and strong, as our forefathers laid down their lives and their blood. We've got to do it, and it's going to happen, whether you believe it or not. You can be an opposing person or institution, but when the people decide, you can't stand our way, and that is coming very, very soon. And thank you so much, Prof. Thank you. And Doc, thank you so much. All right then.
Yes, sir. I will see you very soon.
All right. Okay. So you had it all, and I've got to wrap up, but let me say a big thank you to our sponsors for keeping faith with us. That's Kerry's Furniture. Kerry's Furniture is in Atlanta, Georgia, and the latest shop, or the latest showroom, is also in Community 25 in Tema. And I believe that if you are looking for furniture or interior decor, look no further. Kerry's Furniture will be able to decorate that for you. They don't just sell to you, but make sure that they set it up for you. If you need interior decor as well, they'll be able to help you with that. And your discount awaits you if you do remember to mention Star Radio UK, and your discount of 10 to 15%. And also let me say thank you to M&M Concept, amazing graphic designers and all print works. You know what, if you're looking for a company, global company based in Ghana, that would do just the professional job for you within the shortest possible time, look no further, is M&M Concept, and they'll be able to do that for you. And also let me say Mia Associate, they are a project management company from conception to completion, that residential or commercial housing project, look no further. You might have bent your fingers, but these guys are professionals that have been in the industry for a decade and a half and still counting. Trustworthy guys, and so connect with them. Last but not the least is Cornerstone International Group Limited, CIG Properties, based in the UK. If you're looking to invest in either Africa or the UK, then look no further. Look no further. They'll be able to help you out with regards to your investment of your, or if you're looking to buy a holiday home, whether in the UK or in Africa. CIG Properties, that's www.cigpropertyuk.com, www.cigpropertyuk.com. Log on there, or you can give them a call on 0203 916 5588. That's 0203 916 5588, and they'll be able to help you out and get you your holiday home or investment, or both ways, in the UK or in Africa. And so thank you ever so much. But once again, let me say happy birthday to Mimi. What a beautiful day to celebrate you, and we thank God for your life once again. That's Mimi Asante Abua, the one and only Ko Senke, the better half of brother and friend George Asante Abua. Mimi, we celebrate you. We thank God for your life. More grace, more blessing, greater health, and also open doors as well. Is our prayer that the Lord that has seen you to this particular point in time, that same grace that has kept you will increase and multiply upon your life and beautify you and decorate you for the new level he's taking you. We celebrate with you. Congratulations once again, and more power and blessing to you. And so as I wrap up, let me also say that thank you to our technical team and my producer. Thank you so much, Mr. Achiaman. We're forever grateful for the help, and also to my panelists as well, Marie Amoakwa-Boadu, and also Professor Antwi and Dr. Albert Kwabna Mensah for being with us. We are grateful and thank you. And let me say, join me this Thursday on the Property Hour Show. If you want to learn more about properties you're looking to buy, you're looking to sell, it's the Property Hour Show this coming Thursday. You're not going to miss it for anything, where we talk to the professionals and those that matter. And let me say a big shout out to you, Mystic, out there in GH in Accra, and the entire crew. It was great having to connect with you guys, and I loved every moment of it. So let me say good night to you, and I salute all the gallant. Oh, how can I forget? Thank you, Team TTC 2022. It was a great time in Accra High. We want to say thank you on behalf of the board of 10 to Christ Crusade Commission. We thank God for life, for a powerful time of that crusade for 2022. We thank the headmistress and the entire teaching board, and also the student leadership and the students for hosting us for TTC 10 to Christ Crusade 2022. It was a great moment. We loved every moment of it, and also we say thank you to the team, the Ghana team, headed by Apostle Solomon Akole and Emmanuel Dako, and also Seth Solomon Nyama. Thank you guys and your team. We highly appreciate you. The board, every one of the apostles, Apostle Kenneth Esiama, all the way in Holland, Apostle Atabadu Senior, Apostle Julius Amo, Apostle Grace Kisira, Apostle Dr. Lillian Achum, Apostle Robert Asare, Apostle Joseph Yangson, as well, the Ghana team. Oh, powerful man of God, and also the entire team as well. Thank you so much. It's been a real good experience, life transforming, and we thank God for the souls that were saved. We'll be sharing some of the pictures and videos later on, but it's been a good time coming in. I'm out of here, and thank you so much for keeping faith with us tonight. It's been a good time talking about Galamsey illegal mining. You had the options that we have as a country, as communities, and as towns and villages that have these minerals. We can be responsible. We can also do a lot to change. It starts with a choice, and we can make that change. Your life is at stake if you continue to do the illegal things in terms of the kind of chemicals put in the land. It will affect you one way or the other. And think about the future as well. Think about what you're going to be eating, because that poison in the land can affect the crops that you will eat, will be on your table as the food. And so thank you, and let me salute the Nananom. Oh man, how can I forget this? Nananom, all the way in Akwemu, hosting us. We are grateful. I salute every one of you. Nana Tufuhine of Akwemu. Thank you so much. Nana Odrodapa Senche Hine, St. Chief, thank you so much for hosting us. Nana Ewusi, thank you so much. And Nana Akradihin as well. And Nana Omahine, we salute and honor you for hosting us. We are grateful for the opportunity to come share fellowship with you. We are grateful, and we believe that God will help us to do what we need to do. Thank you. Have a good night, and be the best version of yourself. God is still on the throne, and so we can reign on earth. God bless you. God bless. No stress, nothing less. This week, make up your mind to win a soul. This week, make up your mind to make a change. This week, make up your mind to encourage somebody and lift somebody out of poverty, lift somebody out of sin, lift somebody out of the darkness and bring them into the light. That's the kingdom of God. That's where you and I belong. And I believe that God will do much more than we expect him to do, because he always goes beyond our wildest imaginations and dreams. And so God bless. No stress, nothing less. This week is your week. Make the best out of it, and be expectant as well. Thank you. God bless. No stress. And also in the morning at 10, Archie and the team will be here talking about the current affairs and the news, breaking news, and everything that make news. Thank you. Good night. And I'm out of here. Let's listen to the one and only Jojo Emmanuel Lawson, what he has for us.
Miss Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.
Online, on mobile, and soon on DAB. This is Star Radio UK, the leading Afro-Caribbean radio station in London.
Broadcasting live online.
While the others keep on talking, we keep on rocking. Thanks for listening.
This is Star Radio UK.
In your car,
At work,
at home,
on your smartphone,
all around the world.
broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7. The best radio show. Only the best music.
Oh, nyame wo kwana wo yosahine mana menyina rakutu Mensah.
Hi there, this is CJ Buckman, your life coach. And whenever I'm in London, I listen to Star Radio UK right here. But guess what? You can listen to wherever you are.
Yeah, man. God is working. He's up to something.
And so this goes to
May not see it, but still.
Mimi. Happy birthday to you once again. This is a special from your husband to yourself. Happy birthday.
God is working, working, working. Let me say, God is working. Tell you everybody.
While the others keep on talking, we keep on rocking. Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.
Turn it on. Turn it up.
My God is never early, and He is never late.
This is Star Radio UK.
Right on time, you know. And if He said it, surely He meant it. And if He meant it, surely He will do it. God is working. He's up to something. I may not see it, still I'm trusting. God is working, working, working. God is working, 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 Me say, everything is gonna be alright. Every little thing is gonna be alright now. Everything is gonna be alright. Every little thing is gonna be alright. My God is not a liar that He should lie, or the Son of Man that He should repent. If He said it, then He.
This is Star Radio UK.
In your car,
At work,
at home.
on your smartphone.
Are you ready to turn it up?
The best radio show.
to turn it up.
Only the best music.